guys, welcome to the next episode of Foundational Terminology. Today we're going over split time, opposite direction. We're going to learn the hand path, the four basic motions. We will talk about turning with it and about a little bit of anatomy. And we will talk about how to imagine it as part of our roadmap, which is going to make up transition theory, and that's going to make more sense later. So we're going to start with what split time opposite direction is. Split time means we're counting 1, 2, 1, 2 instead of simultaneously. And we are doing opposite direction, thinking one going one way and one going the other. And I don't want you to think about this in terms of clockwise and counterclockwise because I emphasize turns, and it's not going to make much sense because when you're doing it one way and you do a 180, it's now going the other way, even though nothing has changed about the motion in space. So it's just a weird thing that your brain gets caught up on, and we're going to go over plenty of stuff your brain gets caught up on in this course. So we're going to start with the four basic motions now. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to actually break this down. So split time opposite direction, we're going to start over here because we are going to go from together same into split opposite right here. And it's going to make more sense how and why later. So we're starting here, one up and one down on the right, one up and one down on the left. So I'm doing all of this orientation with the chest and hips at the feet and opening everything up in the same way that I talked about in injury prevention. And I'm doing it on front wall plane because if I do it in wheel plane, I'm really prone to injury. At least I am. Some people can do that motion, and I'm not one of those people. If you're not, I don't recommend trying to be. If you are, you can do it and you're going to be fine, but trying to make yourself able to do it is a bit of a risk that I don't suggest taking. So split time opposite direction is here on front wall plane, and we're going to learn it with the four basic motions. The first basic motion is an extension, so we're going to learn it as such, starting over here. And the second basic motion is an isolation. So we're going to perform that, like that. And the two cateyes get a little weird. So the vertical cateye, being this one, is where we're going to start. And the reason the cateyes get difficult is because it makes your brain do 2 or 3 different things at one time, and it starts to kind of throw you off balance. So I suggest learning the transitions individually and kind of focusing on those, and then slowly working your way into doing the whole pattern. So what that means is this is what split time opposite direction vertical cateyes looks like, and we'll start here. And what I mean by practicing it in terms of isolating the transitions, or at least working on one transition at a time, is working on this transition here. And right now my left hand is on bottom, and you can practice it one at a time. Bang, 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 bang. So that means that next to my right hand is on top. So you can practice this. You can practice it in this sort of split time fashion until you can get it all together. And then do the same thing on the other side. Bang, 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 bang. Ba, 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 ba. And then start to do the whole pattern slowly but surely. And lastly, we have together time opposite direction, vertical cateyes. So the cateye being this one. Horizontal cateyes being this one. I apologize. So we're starting here and coming as such. This one has a kind of interesting imaginary tool you can use to learn it, where you pretend that there's a magnet stuck, sticking your two props together, and so you're here more so. That's just an interesting way to kind of take a little bit of liberty with your brain, make it a little easier to make it happen instead of thinking of the logistics of it, like the frameworks and whatnot that we have been talking about. So those are the four basic motions. Next, I'd like to talk about using our turns. So we went over the paddle turn, being stepping around 1 foot. I'm going to do that step I'm going to plant this foot, and every time I come together on this side, I'm going to step around. So step, step. And I'll do the same thing over here. Every time I come together on this side, this foot's going to step around. That's going to open you up for pirouettes. And if you're going to do a cross turn, you get to be kind of creative. Basically anything you can do to cross your feet to your legs is going to be fine. So what I'd probably do is something like this. I don't know. Have fun. So those are the turns. Lastly, we're going to talk about what this looks like as an illustration on our road map. So you can imagine a circle, and we have a point on bottom and a point on top. And then we have 2 points on the left, 1 and 1, 2 on the right. And so the fact that these two sides are the same on the together same illustration as they are in the split opposite illustration gives us kind of logic for transitioning between these two motions. And you get to be sort of creative, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, doing like 1 and 1, you know, just have fun. The idea is if your hands are together, you can split up, and if your hands come together, you can stay together. That's the idea there. So that's it. I hope this one was a lot more concise than the last one, and I hope they all are. So, as always, take all your feedback that you got. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you guys again soon, and have a good everything between now and next time.